Too many women in too many countries speak the same language, silence. Today I would like to inform you of Hillary Clinton, who has been so much more than just a First Lady, but one of the most influential women in American politics. Hillary Clinton always stood by her beliefs. Whenever she sees an injustice, she fights to correct it and reminds us all to do the same. I have conducted research on Ms. Clinton from her childhood up until present day. And today I will speak briefly about the biography of Hillary Clinton, review one of her most famous speeches, and discuss the impact of that speech. But first, let's talk a little about her life. Hillary Rodham was born on October 26, 1947, in Chicago, Illinois. Growing up, Hillary was very active in her school and community. She participated in activities such as Girl Scouts, student government, sports, and charities. During her high school and college career, she became interested in politics and women's rights. At her college graduation, she gave an inspirational speech that attracted national attention. While attending Yale Law School, Hillary met Bill Clinton, who would later go on to be the nation's 42nd president and Hillary's husband. Together, Hillary and Bill worked side by side on numerous campaigns and political functions. In February of 1980, the couple had their first and only child, Chelsey Clinton. After Hillary graduated from Yale, she was hired as a staff attorney for the Children's Defense Fund, where she was able to utilize her interest in children's legal issues and promote child advocacy. She also served on the staff of the House Judiciary Committee when President Richard Nixon was under investigation for the Watergate scandal and faced possible impeachment. Now that I have provided a brief biography of her life, let's talk about one of her most famous speeches. One of Hillary Clinton's most memorable speeches was the one she gave on September 5, 1995 in Beijing, China, at the United Nations Fourth World Conference of Women. In her persuasive speech, Hillary speaks with passion about women's place in this world and inequality women are faced with every day. From the moment Hillary walked on stage, she exhibited confidence and grace. She remained composed while delivering her speech and made sure to only raise the volume of her voice to emphasize important points. She speaks with great passion and clarity when she says, "Human rights are women's rights, and women's rights are human rights, once and for all." Let us not forget that among those rights are the right to speak freely and the right to be heard. Now that I have provided a brief overview of her most famous speech, let's talk about the impact of that speech on society. Hillary's speech at the United Nations Fourth World Conference of Women inspired men and women worldwide and helped organize a global movement for women's rights. Today, Hillary Clinton is the 67th United States Secretary of State under the Obama administration. She continues to work and fight for causes which she feels there needs to be a change. The purpose of the speech was to inform you of Hillary Clinton and her work for women's rights. Today I've spoken about Ms. Clinton's biography, informed you about one of her most famous speeches, and I have explained the impact of that speech. Hillary Clinton was the First Lady of the United States to hold a postgraduate degree and to have her own successful career before entering the White House. Hillary refused to remain silent as First Lady and suffered negativity from the public because of it.